What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be watching horror short story again, and this particular video is "Do True Crash Out Horror Stories Animated." So I feel like we for a treat. We already know horror shorts party. They be lit with the videos that they be making and animating and all that. For me personally, my opinion. So crash outs, man. We gonna see what this is about. Crash outs. Alright, without further ado, we're gonna get straight into this video, man. Skip that. Feel free to buy the merch if you like it, man. True Crash Out Horror Story 1. Oh, I forgot the name of that meme. Oh, man.
This is one of the most downright disturbing things that has ever happened to me. It happened a few months ago, on a night when I had some friends over at my apartment. It was a Saturday night, near New Year's Eve, so we were a bit loud, but nothing too crazy. We spilled out into the parking lot around midnight to set off some small fireworks. After the celebrations were done, we chatted for a bit and had a few more drinks. Then by 1 or 2 in the morning, the last of my friends had filtered out and gone home, so I went back inside. I honestly don't remember if I had locked the door or not. I just remember being tired.
Yo, that boy glitching, bro. Why you walking like that? Damn, son got a pep in his step.
And drunk out of my mind. I then crawled into bed and fell asleep with my clothes on. I didn't even get under the sheets. I just passed out pissed drunk. I started having a really weird, vivid dream soon after falling asleep. It had been a long time since I had a wet dream, though that's kind of what it felt like. Just a lot of stimulation down there. Like when it almost feels real and you're about to. But then, it got uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. It started to hurt a bit, and I'd never had a wet dream where it hurt. Slowly, I began to wake up. Yet the unwelcome sensation down there didn't dissipate.
Maybe it wasn't a dream after all. Maybe it was a nightmare in real life. Shit.
With the dream, it got clearer. I opened my eyes, seeing nothing but darkness in my room, only able to focus on what was happening to my junk. I must have stirred or finally snapped out of it because it suddenly stopped. I felt a bit of relief and started to relax again, hoping I could get some rest and avoid a nasty hangover. Then something worse happened. Still half asleep, I heard a zipper. Seconds later, before I could register what it was, I felt warm liquid drizzling onto my chest. The soaked section of my shirt quickly turned cold. Then the liquid
What? Bro.
splashed in my face and kept coming. My mouth was open from snoring, and the stream went straight.
Bro, that's terrible choice of words for the situation, bro.
Straight down my throat and made me gag. The second I tasted it, smelled it, that foul saltiness.
Bro, this is getting worse and worse, bro.
I knew what it was. Piss! All at once, my body revolted. I gagged again, heaving forward at the same moment my eyes shot open, letting the flow of piss pour into them. I started swinging and screaming, falling out of bed. Once on the floor, I looked around.
Nah, that scream, bro. Man, that's
around, desperately trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And that's when I saw him.
Oh,
it was a man that I had never seen before standing over me.
Cleveland, bro. Bro, what are you doing here, bro? And what are you doing here? Bro, he's bugging.
His pants were undone, his parts spilling out, still spraying my...
You're not serious, bro. Like,
unsuspecting body with piss. I shielded my face with my hands to little effect, and got out the only pleas I could manage.
Stop!
Bro, get up and move. What you mean, stop?
It's okay. I know you. What the hell? Cut that shit out!
And you know me, and that gives you reason to use my face as a toilet, bro. What do you got going on, bro? Cleveland, you're not supposed to be here, bro. Where? What are you doing? I have so many questions, bro. Why you just letting that happen? What is that gonna do, bro? You can get up. You can use your legs. Well, you say you was drunk, but bro, this definitely a dream. Unless we got real Cleveland cosplayers out here really doing this, which I doubt.
Suddenly, all the confusion, fatigue, fear, and disgust washed away. Only one thing remained. The clear, undeniable knowledge that I had the upper hand in this situation, because I was, in every sense of the term, the most pissed off person that had ever lived, and this guy was about to get his shit rocked.
Whoa! Chill! Chill! Shut up! I'll break your face, you freak! I do not consent! Get out! Bro, if it'll make you feel better, you can pee on me. I said
What?
get out!
Bro. Bro, what? No way, bro. No way.
All right, I'm leaving. Chill.
I managed to get that sick, perverted psycho out of my apartment, but not before he emptied his bladder all over me, my bed, and my room. I was equally disgusted, furious,
crazy, man.
and simply disappointed in the universe that this all happened to me in the first place. Luckily, I had everything I needed to clean myself up and report that freak to the police. Almost as soon as I had finished showering,
Why is his head, bro? His head. It looked like he put the wrong head on a Lego action figure. If you know what I'm talking about, bro. Like, bro, his head is misplaced like crazy.
cleaning my clothes and bedroom of hopefully all his fluids, the cops found him. Initially, I was hoping that I'd be able to get some kind of explanation, something more than this just being a purely random event. Maybe he was stalking us from the parking lot, trying to get revenge on me for making noise late at night. Maybe this guy was some kind of serial ball-fondling piss burglar, and I'd at least done my part to put an end to his reign of terror. Nope, nothing from the scumbag but silence. He just picked me out by random, because he thought he knew me from somewhere, because he thought I'd be into the same depraved, non-consensual groping in golden showers as him. Who thinks like that? Do I just have to go about the rest of my life being the guy who got woken up by a stream of a stranger's piss going down my throat? Believe me, I've tried to use humor to cope with this. From my perspective, it hasn't helped. A man is facing charges in an alleged burglary in Miami, where the victim said he woke up to a man fondling him and urinating on him.
Oh, they do see it's real, but something that we reacted to wasn't really real. But this is crazy. Somebody really, I mean, bruh, I'll be lying if I say I'm surprised, even though it's crazy. It's a lot of crazy stuff that be going on, man.
Mikel Rodriguez, 34, is facing charges including battery, burglary, and indecent exposure. The alleged incident happened at around 4 a.m. on Sunday at an apartment on Northwest 11th Street. As the burglar grabbed his clothes,
bro, you mean to tell me you went into a random person's house, stood over them, and peed on them while they was asleep? You peed, bro. Bro, what be wrong with people, bro? I don't understand that one bit, bro.
Before he left, he said, "I know you." The victim gave a description of the suspect, and Rodriguez was found and taken into custody. During Rodriguez's court appearance, his defense attorney asked for a bond, noting that Rodriguez is an Air Force veteran, but the judge ordered him held without bond until his next court appearance.
Bro, how you go from being an Air Force, bro? How you go from being in the Air Force to doing this? Like, that's a complete nosedive, bro. Like, what? Cannonball. The jeweler crash out.
A lot of people have been telling me I'm lucky I haven't died or gone to jail yet. I don't think luck has a single thing to do with it. The New York City jewelry business saved me from a whole lot of trouble. I don't mess with any of that shady shit. I do things.
Yeah, I definitely seen videos about, I seen videos, like, shorts and stuff about him, or him posting these videos. He be giving gold, free gold, if you answer whatever questions or whatever. I think that was one of the last ones that I saw from him. But nevertheless, I've seen him before, or heard of him for a fine.
He's right. Honesty keeps the people coming back to me because they know I'm 100% real. Every day I have to manage my anger issues, or I might crash out on the first person that asks for it. Everybody gets on each other's nerves constantly. It's a fact of life around here. I gotta deal with all types of customers, posers, and thieves. But there's one type of person I really can't stand, and it's some of the other jewelers in the city. Don't get me wrong, I respect rivalries, but there's a difference between fair competition and the kind of sneaky, conniving crap these rats get up to. They lie, cut, scam, and rip off every customer they can, making all the rest of us honest jewelers look like crooks too. There's a certain individual who's more guilty of this than anyone else. His lawyers are relentless, so I'll just call him the scammer, because that's what he is to his core. Our shops are close together in the Diamond District, and he takes full advantage of his proximity to my store to use my personal brand for his own gain. Time and time again, I've had people come up with something they claim they bought from me, only for them to later find out that it wasn't the same quality we advertised, or that the piece was completely fake. They asked me for a refund, and because I'm a good businessman, I work with them. I ask to see the receipt, and once I get a hold of that, I find out they never bought it from me in the first place. They bought it from the scammer. He knows people trust him, so he lies and says we're business partners selling the same stock, when in reality his shit is garbage.
That's terrible.
The first time it happened, I couldn't believe he had the balls to use my name while ripping someone off. I honestly thought it had to be a mistake, so I refunded it and said nothing, because I have a little something called integrity. Then it happened again, and again, and again. That slimy bastard would use my name anytime he wanted to rip someone off.
I'm sure you could go legal with this in some way. And yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's illegal to do. Or in some way.
I don't know how many people he scammed who never even realized it, but with each person that came to me with proof, my patience got thinner and thinner. When I tried to be reasonable with it, I was ignored and cast aside like the worthless crappy pedals from his store. He thought I was just gonna let it happen, let him tarnish my name, ruin my legacy. But for so long I tried to keep my emotions together. But then, one of my most loyal customers came in after getting duped by the scammer. They were sold a
Bruh, I can't think of her name right now, but she looked like that girl with the glasses from Scooby-Doo without the glasses.
bracelet that might as well have been made of tinfoil and yellow spray paint, and that rat charged them like it was 14-karat gold.
I think you'll find this one particularly dazzling. Platinum hands, mother of pearl face. And that adjustable solid sterling silver chain makes this watch a steal at only $5,999.
It sure is beautiful. I just don't know if I can afford it though.
No worries, madam. We offer payment plans with interest rates as low as 30%.
Where's my money? Where's my fucking money?
Oh dear.
Said, where's my money, bitch? VVS? High 3? 14 karat? This is a piece of plastic you sold using my name! My fucking name!
Wait, I think wasn't there like an incident that he had? Now that I think about it, that might be based off of this. We'll go see at the end since it's a true story.
Can I get a little help over here? Get him away from me, please!
He looked like Huggy Wuggy from I forgot that game. That blue stretchy being or whatever. From damn, I forgot the name of that game. But it's like a horror game. Huggy Wuggy, bro. You look just like
Lying rat bastard piece of shit! Come here! The last second, the scammer's cronies got a hold of me and pulled me back. They dragged me out of the store, saying I was lucky I hadn't hit them. Otherwise, I'd be going to jail. I was still pissed, but I knew what they were saying was true. I almost crossed the line. After a few minutes, I calmed down considerably. Enough to go in and try talking to the man again. I knew he was just a scammer, but I was telling myself I needed to talk with him man to man. Screaming and fighting would get us nowhere, and at the end of the day, I had my customers' faith in me on the line, so I needed to do this right. There was still a scene when I approached the scammer the second time, but it was much calmer. Yet what did he do? He spat in my face. I grabbed that son of a bitch and smacked him, right before his bodyguard swarmed in all over me. I kept going for that rat, and he deserved it. The whole store turned into a goddamn brawl, and I was at the center, getting pulled away from my target, then beaten until I finally managed to break loose and get away. When the dust settled, I found myself in the hospital. But you know my favorite part? The scammer finally found himself where he belongs, in jail. However, I'm still waiting on my money.
Rival jewelers in Manhattan's Diamond District erupted into a
It is based off of that. I never even really knew what was going on when it comes to this, but I knew there was like some type of outbreak. Yeah, this is a Macy's too, bro. Or that's damn. At least now we know, but I'm gonna get to actually see what the problem situation was.
Child caught on camera brawl Friday afternoon in front of stunned shoppers, landing 2 business owners in cuffs and another in the hospital. Georgia K., 46, and his brother, 42, were both busted for allegedly pummeling their competing jeweler, Trax NYC owner Maksud Agajani, during the violent clash inside their shared business space on West 47th Street. The melee unfolded after Trax, 39, stormed into their store at K Diamonds, accusing them of ripping off both him and his customers in a viral social media post. Security eventually let him out of the store, but in a second clip, the feud between the rivals reignited before the brother spits in Trax's face, sparking an explosive clash that led him swarmed by a pack of men and allegedly beaten down. Trax was taken to a hospital where he recorded another video showing off red marks around his neck, saying the rivals tried strangling him with his own chain. The Akay brothers were charged with assault.
Oh, they were skinny, right? Two crash outs.
Years ago, I used to run with this kid CJ.
Oh, we got a
CJ
mother.
was a complete and total crash out. A terrible influence, and all around just a shitty person. Despite all that, we were best friends. CJ loved getting into fights, rage baiting people, and beefing with everyone who ever spoke to him. He never did any of that to me though, at least not seriously. Feeling like I was the exception made me way too confident in going along with him. As we got older, CJ's ideas got wilder. We started out just as a couple of clout-chasing punks, playing pranks on our classmates and skipping school. But then he introduced me to the street life.
Yeah, you sound like a terrible influence, man.
Once CJ got a car, we felt like we could do anything. We started selling, posting with masks and guns, flexing every way we were getting high. And there were a lot of ways. Nothing mattered to us except amusing ourselves. We would harass random people in public, record it and post it, and act like it was the funniest thing anyone had ever done. Really, that was just the beginning of the end. Like I said, CJ was a crash out, and constantly driving around meant he was constantly road raging.
Hey man, it sounds like you would too, bro. If you was going along with him and doing the same thing you was doing, then it's safe to say that you were as well, man.
Hated slow drivers, pedestrians, and especially bikers, just because he had to move over a foot or two when they were riding on the shoulder. One day, we managed to score ourselves a bottle of liquor. We got wasted, swerving into cars and shouting at people, trying to make them road rage back at us.
I thought that was about to end totally different way right there. Damn.
Then we saw a guy on a bicycle cruising down the shoulder. He was wearing a bright red shirt, probably trying to be more visible, thinking it would make him safer. But to CJ, it just made him a target. That's when CJ got the worst idea of his life.
Bro.
Dude, you think I should hit that guy? Hell no, dude, they'll take your license. I never had a license, bro. I was just gonna give him a little tap anyway. Come on, man, don't do it. That's too far even for you. I swear, dude, look, just a little swerve. It'll look like an accident. I'm serious, dude, that's not funny. If it's not funny, then why are you smiling? What are you talking about? I'm not being a pussy and record it. No way, dude. Do it or I'll crash this bitch head on. Fine, Jesus.
Bro, crash it with yourself. Just let me out, man. Bro, you could drive off a cliff for all I care. Man, you look like you're good for it. Nah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. But nah, we not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that.
I was really hoping he wouldn't do it, that he was just messing with me. But we'd already been driving
Probably
way
not.
under the speed limit to follow this guy for almost a full minute. CJ wasn't going to pass until I got my phone out and started filming. The second I pressed record, something changed. CJ got this insane look in his eye. Then he floored it. We raced toward the
Oh, he didn't have it before. Man, he has something in his eye. That shit don't look natural, man.
biker. But CJ wasn't going for a sideswipe anymore. We were heading straight for him. I tried to scream at him to stop, but my throat locked up. I just pointed the camera and watched. It happened in an instant. 1 second, the biker was in front of us. Then we just mowed him down. His body cracked the windshield and went flying over our heads. We ran the bike over like it was nothing. Then,
And recorded it. Bro, like, round of applause, man. For these individuals. Upstanding citizens. Like, come on, bro. They really sat here and did all that? Like,
all of a sudden, it was nothing but clear open road ahead of us. Immediately, CJ and I began laughing. He was
are you laughing with him? Bro. Bro, he was just against it. Alright, bro. You seem like a meat mangler, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you was riding this dude, pause. But you definitely riding with him. And riding, bro. Like, everything he do, you do. And you went from saying, nah, this is too much, even for you, to, like, yeah, we just ran this dude over, man. Like, what? You're bugging.
absolutely manic, on top of the freaking world. I laughed too, but more out of reflex. I didn't know how to process what just happened, so all I could do was laugh. Deep down, though, I was mortified. Looking behind us in the side mirror, I saw the biker face down in the gutter. He wasn't moving. His body got smaller and smaller as we drove away, but he never moved. Not an inch. I even said something about it to CJ. I told him the guy was knocked out, even though I knew that probably wasn't the case. No, I felt certain about it. We had just killed him. At the time, I just kept laughing it off and going along with whatever CJ wanted to do. He didn't seem bothered by it at all. Not long after, he wanted to get lunch, so we stopped at McDonald's. We ate in the parking lot. The whole time,
No comment, bro. These niggas, these people stop at McDonald's eating the sandwich right after. They just killed a random innocent biker who didn't even know they was there. Like, son is laughing, doing the whole nine. Like, bro, what?
I kept telling myself I had imagined hitting the biker, that it wasn't real,
No,
that
you
it
did
couldn't
not,
be,
bro.
that it was just some
Yes, you were imagining. Now, you look straight. What do you see, bro? You see the windshield crack. Where did that come from? Oh, I'm hallucinating it too. Let me see if I could touch it. Does it feel like a regular windshield or it feels cracked? If it's cracked, then it might be true. And everything that caused that, whatever happened before that, to cause the windshield to go from normal to cracked, happened. So what happened, bro? What do you mean didn't happen, bro? It was right in front of you, literally.
weird, scary dream. Of course,
Scary dream.
what we did eventually caught up to
How were
us.
you dreaming and you wide awake? And now you probably about to get arrested with him. Cause
Biker we hit was found dead, and since CJ forced me to post the video on Snapchat, it was an open and shut case. Within 24 hours, we were both arrested. There was no use trying to fight the charge. I pled guilty, and so did CJ. But I remember him laughing in the courtroom where the judge made him face the facts. Personally, I'd be ashamed of this for the rest of my life. I'll regret it until the day I die. I'm still serving out my prison sentence, a term which many people have said is far from long enough.
Shaking my head,
I tend to
man.
agree with them.
Say no to peer pressure, bro. Like what? And then, bro, why would you post it? If anything, bro, like you still gonna go ahead and post it? You're asking to get arrested, bro. Like,
Thing is, I'm excited to get my life back one day, even if I'll never feel like I fully deserve it. But there's an issue. CJ and I will get out at the same time, and I know that Psycho Crash Out is going to try and find me. He already ruined my life once. I can't let him do it again. This Crash Out story
you
was inspired.
ruined your own life, bro. There's plenty of things you could have did different. Like for one, like you just let it happen. You ain't go call nobody. And you was on Snapchat, right? You got a phone. That means that's what that means, bro. So you can easily have called the emergency. You could have called the police. You could have called 911, bro. Let them know what just happened. Or even after the case. I mean, you was there, but like, bro, you had ample opportunity to not post it. You went ahead and did that. Like, why would you post bro? That's literally a crime, bro. You cannot run somebody over, especially somebody who passed away because you ran them over, and you gonna record it and laugh and go to a drive-through or eat McDonald's after like nothing happened, talking about, oh, what's delusion? It was a dream, man. You was wide awake the whole time. Talking about it's a dream with a cracked windshield right in front of you. Talking about it's a dream, bro. Are you serious? Man, like what you got going on, bro? And then after when you got home, you acted like nothing happened. Like what you expect to happen, bro? There's plenty of things that you did that you could have avoided, bro. Like real spill. It's crazy. But hey, CJ was definitely a bad influence, though. I mean, that's how you know. You said you was laughing with him off a reflex. You ain't even think it was funny. It was just off a reflex. Like, bro, he's a bad influence for you, bro. And you just following him pretty much. And that got you caught up in jail, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Inspired by a case involving two young men who pleaded guilty to the murder of a retired police chief in Las Vegas. Jesus Ayala, 20, and Jameer Keys,
Yeah, he
18,
did that.
appeared for sentencing hearings on Tuesday in Clark County
Yeah, he
District Court.
they definitely look, bro. Dude on the left definitely look like the aggressor, and on the right, he definitely looked like he's just along for the ride, bro. Like he was. That's not what he would have did, but he ain't with the wrong crowd.
Authorities accused the pair of using a stolen car to intentionally hit
Wow.
64-year-old Andreas Prost, the former chief of police
Oh
for
my
Bell,
God.
California, as he
And
rode a
the-
bicycle in the
And he was the former chief of police. But I'm surprised they getting out. Damn. And especially the guy who was driving, I'm surprised he even got out. They really recorded him, bro. It's crazy.
Centennial Hills neighborhood. Police identified Ayala as the driver of the car and Keys as the passenger who filmed the incident. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police initially said the crash was a case of hit and run, but they later added murder charges after a video went viral. "My world was destroyed," Crystal Prost, the widow of Andy,
Bruh.
said. The defendants declined to comment during the sentencing. Investigators said they discovered that Ayala and Keys targeted multiple other victims before Prost
And
was
he's
killed.
smaller
They
too.
went on a destructive
Bro, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way.
The defendants
smirking
declined
at
to
each other.
comment during the sentencing. Investigators said they discovered that Ayala and Keys targeted multiple other victims before Prost was killed. They went on a destructive spree that morning, involving the theft of 4 cars and using them to hit a bicyclist who survived.
Yeah, dude on the right now so innocent. Ain't gonna lie. He's heck nah.
As well as another driver. Ayala's defense team and prosecutors agreed to a sentence of 20 years to life. The plea agreement for Keys specified an 18-year-to-life prison term.
I should, bro. What was the prison time? 18 years. That's it? 20? Well, I guess. But yeah, that's the video. I'm gonna rank it from craziest to mildest. Number 1, I would say. Let me go back real quick. Oh yeah, I forgot. I would say the third one is the craziest, but that's almost as crazy. The first one is just, bro. The first one is crazy. They're all crazy. Well, this one, it's more just drama, you know. And yeah, they did scamming people and stuff, but it wasn't. It's not that deep, like compared to the first, well, the third one. The third one is crazy, bro. That's just psychopathy, bro. They both have probably wouldn't be surprising. I'll tell you that. First one, second on my list, cause dude really burglarized the house just to come and pee on another man's face, a random person, bro, sleep. Yeah, like what? And then they go on say, "Oh, I'll offer you to do it too." I'm like, what? What? That's some freaky deaky type. um R. Kelly type activities, but funny. And the third is this one with the scamming and all that. Cause I mean, yeah, it's messed up, but compared to all the other ones, it wasn't nearly as bad. I mean, it's kind. If you talk about the moral aspect, or nah, just in terms of how many people was affected, I would say, and how they were affected, I would say the second one and the first one was kind of close. Like, yeah, it was kind of close in that. Or the second one is probably worse because there was a lot of people who was affected and that was scamming and stuff. The other dude just got burglarized and then pissed on. But I mean, and that was pretty much it though. That's crazy, but in the grand scheme of things, it's probably. I mean, yeah, that's still crazy. I can't even say that, but yeah. Anyway, R.I.P. that dude was on a bike. R.I.P. to him because that's just sad. They just did that for the heck of it. Like it's crazy, but yeah, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. Um, like, subscribe, comment what you would rate or what order you would make the videos from craziest to mildest. One, the craziest, mildest, three. I mean, and I'm grateful for all of you guys for being here. I hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. And um, yeah, that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.